Of course, Roaring Kitty will become a billionaire with everyone's help. You could become a billionaire under such situation. I mean, take a calculator and start with $1,000 and just keep going. Times two, it becomes 2,000. Times two, it becomes 4,000. Times two becomes 8,000. And you keep doing this until you become a billionaire. It's not going to take you that long, right? So the newest thing on Roaring Kitty is that he sold his call options and he exercised some of it. And now I think he owns like 9 million shares of GameStop. And you see, the whole purpose behind investing, value investing or intelligent investing, is that, let's say you buy a company, you buy a stock in a company, and the company has to do something, whether it's to grow revenues, increase profitability, get more clients, or if they have an asset, develop that asset to become more valuable, for that asset to become a business, or for that asset to be sold to somebody else for more money. And as a result of the work, as a result of the growth in the business, assuming you don't overpay for it in the first place, as a result of these things, the value of the company will be higher, and as a result of this, the stock price should be higher, and you as an investor should be rewarded for the work that the company have done. So the hard work leads to returns, but the hard work, the progress, that takes time, right? Well, if you introduce a different method, instead of working hard, you just excite people. You bring them into the story. So instead of, for example, let's say GameStop becoming something from point A to point B, you just excite people about going from point A to point B. More people pile in. You already own your shares, right? More people pile in, and then you just, you already had call options or whatever. You can just exercise it and make money like this, and then move on to another company, or move on, or post another picture of a cat, and people will zoom in on a cat that will have a number 5 somewhere written. It's a hidden message, and then people will get excited because the 5 will either mean what the stock is going to 5,000 per share, or in 5 days the company is going to have an annual meeting and Roaring Kitty is going to be elected to the board. It's much easier to make money like this, right? When you have a following like this, that you post a picture of you wearing red underwear, and then that red underwear is a message, right? Is a message that, or not red, how about do green? You're wearing green underwear, and green is a message for money, and then that means it's going to go to the moon. And just, it's much easier to do something like this when you have an audience that is easily excitable. So then you don't have to actually do the work. You don't have to get more clients. You don't have to become more profitable to generate those returns. You just tell people about how the future is going to be, and then they pile in, excited, and then you sell your shares or you exercise your calls, and then you move on to the next thing. And you do this over and over and over, and you become a billionaire very fast at somebody else's expense. And the other day I was going on Facebook, and then I saw an advertisement. I saw an advertisement from Rory Kitty, sponsored advertisement, that he's going to hold like a seminar, and he's going to release the new companies that he's involved in. You see, if you have an audience that is like following you like a religion. I mean, Jesus Christ would be in trouble today if he was living today. He would be in trouble competing with people like Roaring Kitty. Um, and I'm just stating the facts that, like, it doesn't matter if if you personally had this kind of following that if you post a picture of a dog, people will be like, well, that dog means something, so I got to buy the stock. You would also just make a killing on all your stocks. You could just say, well, next, instead of GameStop, we're going to buy XYZ company, or we're going to buy Kodak, right? Remember Kodak pictures, old pictures in the past? It doesn't matter as long as you yourself get in the position, and then talk about how this company is going to be great, and then your followers just pile in. You sell your calls, and then you move on to the next one. So it doesn't matter if it's a stock or if it's a crypto or anything. Like, if you shoot with an arrow aiming at something, and then somebody else is like taking the arrow and walking it all the way to the target and putting it just in the middle of where you want to place it, yeah, you're going to win every competition, right? And then you don't have to do any work. You don't have to have your companies actually get clients, grow, develop assets. You don't have to do this. For example, I've been talking about Oracle Resource Corp on this channel for 7 years already. And 7 years it's taking them to go from Oracle has a copper property in Mexico. They had to, over the years, win the legal battle because there was a problem with the title that took forever and a lot of money. Then they had to raise money to drill the property because it wasn't drilled completely. Then they had to write different reports, do the calculations, and after 7 years of the work, the asset that they have is worth more than $1 billion. But it took a lot of work to get there. That takes a lot of work, create value, right? Something like Aduro, Clean Technologies, has a technology for plastic recycling, right? The idea is to, prove the technology that it works, that clients can sign up for it, revenues can be generated, value can be added to society. That takes work, right? Clients have to come in, they have to be convinced that it works, they have to test it, then they have to build the facilities in the future for plastic recycling. Then revenues have to come in and more clients. That takes work. That takes work. With something like Pluralock Security, they have to, get more clients, cross-sell higher margin services, increase revenues, add value to the clients, generate profitability, and only after the work is done and shows up, then we should expect the stock price to reflect the new reality, right? But this takes work. This takes years. This takes months of patience. Why do that if you can just make a lot of money without doing that? Just posting what you own in your portfolio, and then your followers just buy whatever it is. It doesn't matter if the company is going to be out of business in 10 years, because who cares? It's about making money in 2 weeks, exciting them, posting a picture of a cat, posting a picture of a dog, posting a picture of a card, and then people will spend hours and hours analyzing and looking for clues, and the only purpose behind this is to make people buy in droves, buy the stock, take it higher than what you bought it for. Yeah, that's really the ticket. That's really the ticket to become a billionaire. So instead of learning and focusing and learning about businesses, just focus on building gullible audience that will follow you anywhere you go.